Hi, Brad from bradsautoglass.com. This is our new product. It's a replacement front door glass for a wide variety of vehicles. It comes pre-tinted, the darker color as you can see, and it matches the back doors instead of being the original equipment green glass. This is only available from bradsautoglass.com. We're also using a formula in our glass that is highly reflective, which is what makes it look darker than it actually is. And I'll show you as the video goes on. So to give you an idea of the difference in color on these with this white background, you can see that the green on the right, which is the original equipment, and the gray reflective on the left, which is our custom door glass that we provide from bradsautoglass.com. Alright, so this is in full sunlight. No. Give you an idea of what it looks like in full sunlight. So from this side with no light on the driver's chair, you can see how dark the window looks because of the reflective value. All you're seeing is the trees and the reflection. And that's what gives it the illusion that the glass is darker than it is. And you can see that it's gray now. When you're not on the reflective side, you can see how transparent the glass is. In the event that you get stopped by a police officer, show them that. That concludes the description portion of this video. Now we're going to show you how to install the part, and it's very simple. If you just watch the entire video, you'll be able to install these parts yourself. Thanks. I'm Brad from bradsautoglass.com. This is the door removal on a Toyota Tacoma 05 to 15. This is an 11. They may vary, so yours might be slightly different, but up here in the upper corner of the window, there's this plastic cover that snaps on, and there's this dart right here, and there's a center, and you can push that in and release it. And then there's a screw right behind the door handle. There's a little pocket right there that pops open. There's a screw behind it, and then this control has to come out, and we'll show you how to do that.
It ain't gonna last the whole.
Yeah, 3-inch batteries.
You can see how quickly that came out. Alright, so you see that little tab pops out there. And then the same thing down here. Once that's out, you can see the screw back there. Alright, we got the screws out, and we're going to pop this piece of trim up. It snaps loose, and then there's a couple of plugs, and they got little snap clips on them. And you're ready to pull using a little pry tool. This can be done with a variety of different tools. Just be careful not to scratch your paint. And he's removing that top plastic vent that just pushes into place. Well, didn't have to do anything with the lock. Good. We now have access to the door. And we're going to find and locate the best point to go through and loosen the bolts that hold the glass to the regulator. Alright, so I've got the door panel off. I've pulled this back because I'm going to need to be able to get access to the bolt that holds this glass in place. And we've plugged this back in so we can run the motor up and down. Now, if you have express up and express down with your windows, Make sure you do not have your hands inside there, and be very careful because these will take off and take your arm off, or try to. So I'm going to drop that down right there, and I can see the nut. And I'm going to be very careful not to drop the nut down inside. I've just loosened it up. There, we got that one out. Now the second one is, there's a hole right here in the door, and instead of pulling this plastic back, I'm just going to take and put a cut here so that I can get in and get at it. And we're going to come back and we're going to tape that, because this is a water shutter and a dust guard. Alright, so now I can bring this window down, and I see it right through the hole. Bring it up where I can get right straight on it, and we're there. And I can take that nut off. I'm going to back it out until I feel the threads jump. You could hear it, and I can put my finger in there. Alright, now we're just going to, the glass is captured, so you got to kind of wiggle it and get this arm loose. Okay, so I've run the door track down, and you can reach in this hole here in the door, depending on your vehicle, and you can see the track line up in this hole that we opened up. And then we want to get it to line up with these holes in our glass. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come from the outside, stick it in the back, and when it's right, you can feel that it wants to move cleanly. And then I'll line it up with that bottom piece, and you can see it hit it, and I have to push it away to get it to grab. So I'm a little bit out of alignment. I'm going to take a screwdriver, and I can pry the regulator over and line it up. You can hear it go together. And then just a quick idea here. Put a piece of tape on there. Stick your bolt in, and that'll keep it in place so it doesn't drop down into your door. Alright, so I'm not going to tighten this up because there has to be some free play to line this up so that it all goes together. We're going to bring it up, and we're going to line this piece up. There. I have it lined up. Keep it snug. And this side's got to come back down. Alright, it's in. Now make sure it goes up and down correctly. Look at that. Perfect. So it's ready for reassembly. Now, remember I told you this was a water shutter and a dust guard. You want to make sure you get this back in place. Don't just cut and pull this open and think you can discard it, because you'll wind up with a leak through your door and your carpet will be wet and you'll be unhappy. So after this is all pushed back in place, we'll take some of our tape. I recommend you use duct tape. I don't have any handy. Wipe the dust off and tape that door shut. Alright. So for that portion we're done. Now it's just a matter of reassembly, like we disassembled and put it all back together. And that's how you replace the door glass on a Toyota Tacoma. Thanks. I'm Brad from Brad'sAutoglass.com.